Tribe up. Great day. Welcome to the House of Cons. I'm Black Jay. Salute to everybody in the house.
Boom shakalaka!
Y'all do me a favor. Hit the like, subscribe to the channel. You know, share the video if you haven't done so already. Got a good show lined up. Department of Education. And we got some stuff to talk about, but we're going to start off with a little clip. Man, let me pull the clip up. Then we're going to get into the lesson. Fair use, YouTube. Fair use.
We're coming in. We're coming in. Don't lock the door. We're coming in. Who are you?
You're not coming in.
Who are you?
Who under whose
Who are
orders?
you? Who are you?
Who are you, sir? Do you have business here? We do.
Yes.
I've sent the assistant secretary a letter alerting her that we would be here today, and we've asked her for a meeting. Yeah, I don't know that that's been accepted, so until that's accepted.
Who are you?
Can you see this?
And what do you do
What do
here?
you do
I have
here?
security responsibility.
Get out of the way. We pay for your we pay
The title of this video we looking at, man, House Democrats block from entering the Department of Education building. Salute. Oh my God. They told the security guard, get out of the way, man. These people crazy, man. How they gonna go to the all right. So these House Democrats, these congressmen, these Democratic congressmen and women, what made them think they can go down to the Department of Education, somewhere that they don't work, and demand the security guard get out of the way? This is an insurrection, man. This is January 6th all over again. This is February 7th. Somebody call the National Guard. We need to get the National Guard down there ASAP, man. The Democrat congressmen and women is having an insurrection at the Department of Education. I'd be damned.
We pay you.
Nobody has accepted a meeting.
You are.
We haven't heard that from the secretary. We haven't heard that from the spokesman.
I'm relaying that.
You are not the spokesman for the department. You are a security guard.
Can you identify?
We are members of
Where's your bag? Where's your bag?
You
Where's
don't
your
have any
ID?
identification.
Where's your ID? Where's your ID?
We are not.
It's not good enough.
We are not a threat.
Man, who they think they is, man? I would have started tasing MFers. Back up. Back up. Get up out of here. Back up. I'd have went to tasing MFers left and right. He better than me.
Congress, we want to ask the question.
Hey, salute the
You're walking
instinct
into the
in the
White
house.
House without having to go through.
Boom shakalaka!
This is an outrage.
So what are you gonna do? You gonna beat us up if we go in?
I mean, you're gonna.
She said you gonna beat us up if we go in. Hell nah, hey man. Y'all know who that was. That was that lady. That was that lady, Maxine. That was Maxine crazy ass. You know what I'm saying?
You big dummy.
Talking about what are you gonna do? Beat us up if we go in? They crazy, man. These people is insane. Look, she said, what are you gonna do? Beat us up? That's just hilarious.
I'd like to speak with someone who works here.
So what are you gonna do? You gonna beat us up if we go in?
I mean, you know.
We want you to move out of the way.
We're not steamrolling you.
Get out of the way.
This says all access
Sure,
entrance.
but we
They
can't.
demanded.
We're
This
members
says
of
all
Congress.
access entrance.
Please stand aside, sir.
I'm not standing aside.
Why not?
Because my role is to make sure that.
What authority do you have to block members of Congress from the oversight?
Shit, he got all authority. He's security. Goofy. I bet y'all don't bust up in there. I bet y'all don't put y'all hands on him. That's a battery on a Leo. This is the insurrection.
By what authority can you deny members of Congress their oversight role?
Because I
You don't
said
have
so.
business reason to be here.
You do not have authority, sir. You do not have authority.
Apparently he got authority. He's
There is
blocking
no
the door.
authority for you to deny members of Congress their oversight responsibility.
Apparently he got authority. It's 100 of y'all out there with the media, and he ain't letting nobody in.
guest list, we will let you in.
So can I ask you a question? You have to be on a guest list. Is what you're saying? Is what you're saying?
Or
that
you have to have an escort.
Let me ask you a question.
Escort.
Can I ask my question? Are you
Send them
telling
down.
me today that you have to be on a guest list in order to come to the Department of Education?
Either we
That's
are
what he's saying.
informed in advance if somebody's
Is you
coming
hard of
or-
hearing?
They
Is
know
you
what's going on.
there?
94 members of Congress, sir, 94 members of Congress signed a letter asking the acting secretary for a meeting and to answer a simple
Well,
question.
apparently, if y'all could just do what y'all want to do, y'all be in the building by now. Now everybody want to know why is this important. Why is it important that House Democrats is being blocked from entering the Department of Education building? That's because the new regime, the Trump administration, is shutting down the damn Department of Education. That dumbass shit. You're cheering with them little can't even read, don't even know two
Go $5 ass down before I make sense.
Half the kids in America can't even read or do they arithmetic, and they mad. The Democrats mad because he shut. You need to shut down. Matter of fact, you need to blow up the Department of Education and make a whole new something different with a whole new name. We don't have to do what these old people been doing for the last I don't know how many years. Y'all old now. You ain't been to school. These congressmen and women, y'all ain't been to school in 30, 40 years. What the hell y'all worrying about it for? It ain't got nothing to do with you. The new generation wants something new. We don't want the Department of Education no more, because y'all ain't do nothing but been lying to us the whole time, Salute. And we know y'all been lying. I don't care about the Department of Education. Drop a nuclear weapon on it. I don't give a damn. I'm glad they shutting it down. Salute. Shut it down. The Department of Miseducation. They highly pissed.
And she's
I'm
apparently.
not aware of the meeting.
Hey, truth
So
be
you have
told,
to
in
be
the
on a
house,
guest
Salute.
list to enter the Department of Education.
Members of Congress, you don't have to be on the guest list.
We're on a list in advance to have access.
All right. Long story short, see, this video 18 minutes long. We is not finna watch the whole 18 minutes. We're gonna just zoom on through. Long story short, they never got in. You know what I'm saying?
But I know who I
They
am,
allow-
and I'm a member of Congress with oversight responsibilities. I will request a meeting, and a private security clearance is not allowed.
They allow billionaires to go in this building, but
All
not the
access
people's representatives. They
All
allow billionaires
access
and
and-
cronies to go in, but not. There's a lack of transparency here. The members of Congress.
We do not want to hear y'all talking about a lack of transparency. Elon Musk just exposed how much money the last regime, the Democrats and all y'all been spending on all this goofy. It's exposed now. Y'all mad. Ain't nothing y'all can do about it. They pulling up the carpet and showing the dirt up under your rug. Salute. Ain't nothing you can do about it. U.S. citizens deserve to know what's going on. You talking about transparency. And what is this wig right here? I thought he had a man. I thought he had a rat tail for a minute. That's Maxine Waters.
This is not.
Old ass.
They're locking our kids out. Well, not only are they not letting us in, now they've called the Department of Homeland Security.
That's
We
right.
are members of
Call security.
Yeah,
Y'all finna get up out of there now. He moved. Hey, boy, I heard somebody say Homeland Security. They ass started moving. They say, yeah, not only they not letting us in, they call Homeland Security.
Allowed in. This is not transparent.
They're locking our kids out. Well, not only are they not letting us in, now they've called the Department of Homeland Security. We are members of Congress with the Department of Education, and they're treating us.
And for to the rabbit got the gun.
This is a public institution. This is not Russia.
All these immigrants. Look at these immigrants and tell us.
This man here,
We are members of Congress.
come in.
Bitch, you old as hell. What the fuck you worry about the Department of Education for? Your education's over. You old. Damn, the new generation wants something different. We don't want to continue to be brainwashed like you old, dumbass, booty demon Democrats. We don't want it.
See this man here, who is a federal employee.
Slave mentality in Memphis.
Are you a federal employee? Huh? No, he said he's a federal employee. We pay him.
We pay him. We raise money, man. Y'all be blowing money, man. Where that $1.5 billion Kamala had at? We watched Kamala blow $1.5 billion in 90 days. And Elon Musk exposed all the other billions y'all been blowing and giving away to gay property, gay debates and all whatever kind of shit y'all, gay activities, whatever y'all got going on in other countries. We don't trust you. The era is over of you bootlicking, slave mentality, booty demon Democrats. It is over. All that shit y'all be talking about, race and stuff, we don't trust y'all. Not one bit.
To make sure that we have a Department of Education.
Look at these M8. They be wanting to talk about race and all this here, the Democrats and the whole party full of immigrants. Y'all just seen that goofy Men in Black looking MF. He look like an alien off of Men in Black peeking all in the camera. Goofy looking ass. Bunch of immigrants.
Everybody that's hired at the Department of Education are here because we pay for them.
Shut your old ass up.
He's standing here today, blocking the door, and he can't give us a good reason why he's blocking this door.
Make sure they see right here, all access entrance.
Well, and I think it should be clear to parents in the United States, if you want to advocate on behalf of your children, you are not allowed to come into this building where you...
Shut your goof ass up. She look like she aggravating as fuck, all that mouth. Bet she ain't got no damn man, all that damn mouth, man. Talk too damn much. And she had a man, he probably just, he turned on TV and saw the news and just broke up with her ass, all that damn mouth. So I'm tired of this shit. She about to come home after this shit with this bullshit. I'ma lock the damn door.
Access is being blocked. You voted for members of Congress to advocate on behalf of your children. Children with disabilities, for young women who have been victims of sexual assault in our class.
Write a letter. You ain't getting in the building. It should say all access entrance, but not today, motherfucker. Not today. Not today. It's an insurrection.
On our school grounds, members of OCR are fighting for your children. We are
See, these are like extremists. These is terrorists for real. These people terrorists.
We are not allowed to advocate on behalf of America's children.
These terrorists. You talking about advocating, man? How you gonna advocate for the children on the Department of Education when y'all got the when the kids over here got the lowest scores damn near around the whole damn planet? What you advocating to be dumb and to keep being brainwashed?
Stand back and let the camera see.
Collect conscience in the house, salute.
These gun-loading people out on us. They're calling them out on us.
Why is it too? Notice now, man. See, this is why I don't fuck with everybody, man. Some people in the tribe, man, we gotta let them go. And then I don't even know if they in the tribe. These is possibly tellers. But how come the two sisters, the loudest motherfuckers out here, standing up for immigrants, man? Y'all need to cut this shit out, man. I know this ain't all the sisters. But damn, man, god damn, ain't the immigrants, y'all notice, the immigrants falling back, and they letting Maxine Waters and this other woman do all the woofing, knowing that not see if the police come busting people upside the head, then they gonna say Black Lives Matter. I'm tired of this shit. I'm so over this kind of shit. This shit gets us nowhere. It gets us nowhere. False representation.
Look behind this door. Who do you see back there?
And I'm on the security guard side.
Do they have guns on them?
That means, yeah, they got guns. Yes, that's the police in there. That means you cannot come in. They waiting on you to bust in here anyway. They sent the security guard out there to tell y'all to chill and back the fuck up. It ain't no access today. They see y'all ain't left. It's gonna be in 20 minutes. Soon as y'all bust in here, the guys with the guns is on your ass. Fuck that sign. Fuck that sign. I said no.
In other news, Florida residents are going to be happy to hear this. It just came out.
Hey, somebody told me I'd be petty.
I'm chair of the Progressive Caucus. I'm vice-ranking member of the Education
You an immigrant.
Committee.
Shut your bitch ass
The
up.
baseline responsibility of the Congress is to oversee our federal agencies. Each and every one of us have been in this building and through these doors.
So,
But of
not
course,
today,
as soon
motherfucker.
as we get word
Man, shut your bitch ass.
that you-
Shut your bitch ass up.
Do you know that they're responsible for all of the student loans in this country?
That's right, bitch. No more student loans, motherfucker. Y'all ain't paying them back anyway.
Are they aware of Title I?
Yeah, we need to shut down these student loans, all these overpaid colleges, and these goof ass students running out here, running their debt up before they even get a damn job, and then they trying to get out here in the real world and be crying, talking about what somebody owe their dumb ass. You need to do a freeze and a permanent ban on student loans. If your broke ass ain't got no money, you need to get a job. Doing this for your own damn good. That's what U.S. citizens need for their own. You know how many dumbass motherfuckers went out here and went to college and got down to $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 worth of goddamn student loans? Hey, Roger W in the house. Shut the motherfucking student loans down.
Where mothers are
They
getting
don't pay them back anyway. Motherfucker go get $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 worth of student loans in college, get a dumbass degree, and then come out here and be working at Kmart. Make it make sense. And crying, talking about, man, we need Joe Biden. Joe Biden said if you vote for him because you black, that he gonna forgive all the student loans. Yo, dumbass. Yo, dumbass. Dumbass. You know what? This new administration said, you know what? Freeze these motherfucking student loans. The government ain't backing them up no more. And it's a good thing. Treating you like a child. Keeping your dumb ass out of debt. Going for a $50,000 degree that your ass ain't gonna even get a job in. And then be crying about you can't pay the loan back and wanting the new president, a Democrat president, goof ass booty demon, to forgive the loans and they gonna lie to you to get you to vote and your dumb ass still gotta pay that loan back. Start treating people like adults out here, man.
going to work for minimum wages, and they
Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know. Minimum wage. We know.
The billionaires have for their children, and we try to help them by.
All this blaming it on billionaires. See, you sitting here crying about welfare, blaming everything on billionaires, and then the whole time you want to let millions of illegal aliens break in the country. No. No. The real men is back in charge, and we in charge indefinitely. Matter of fact, it ain't gonna be another Democrat getting in office for the rest of y'all life. The real men back in charge. We know y'all childish as fuck. We know y'all ain't paying y'all bills. We know y'all wanting welfare, and we know y'all want to be the damn sanctuary country. Hell no. The real men said fuck no, and what we say go, bitch.
Giving money to this kind of person here, and the people who work here included.
Look how he looking.
Look how he looking.
Look how he looking at us, stupid ass. Bro, this man facial expression say it all. Talk about being stoic. We back. The real men back in charge. We back. Cuz standing at the door like, bitch, y'all ain't coming in. You can sit here and keep running your mouth.
And mothers,
I ain't really even
can't
listening.
afford the child care that they need for their children while they're taking these jobs.
It's all they want to do. They want to whine about welfare, illegal immigrants, single mothers, and all this weak ass shit. No, we're not doing that no more. We don't even care if it's more y'all than us. We don't even care if it's more y'all than us that's preaching this dumb shit. We in charge now, motherfuckers. So we don't care what y'all say. We don't care to say all access. The real men came and said all access is shut the fuck off.
You big dummy.
Boom shakalaka!
Fucking word, and this shit is over.
We cutting off food stamps. We cutting off welfare. We cutting off all this shit.
Making minimum wages, and we're helping them with Title I.
Man, Title I and nothing, man. Get these children to make better scores on their tests before you sit here and beef and run your mouth about the Department of Education. The so-called black children got the lowest scores on the damn earth when it comes to these tests and shit. So what the hell you talking about, man? You talking about a bunch of nothing. And the tests ain't shit in the damn way. For the whole truth, all this shit need to be redone. Talk about some real history. And that's the whole problem. When you teaching evil and you teaching lies, it's gonna blow up in your face every time. Get with the truth and things will change. So that's how we run it over here. Today's articles, people's locations and episodes. Because we know the Indigenous America and the real Underground Railroad and the real story and history of America got everything to do with us. I say burn down the plantation. I'm tired of all these goof ass plantation, slave mentality, lab, booty demon, Democrat thinking motherfuckers. I'm tired of them. Burn the plantation down. Deport them. Shit, I don't give a fuck. We like to look at what's real even through the hijack. Even though we know they gonna hijack us still. But we can interpret for ourselves and pull the meat off the bones. This article here is talking about the Indigenous America and the Underground Railroad, the story. They say we got some Yamasee Indians right here, right? Got some Negroes, right? I think this dude here, Negro. I don't really know. Underground Railroad Conference 2012. The Native American involvement. Now see, they're gonna hijack us right away. They know this whole article is about us. So before they even get into the main paragraphs and subjects, they got to hit us with a disclaimer sentence. See that? That's why they got an asterisk by it. See that? They got an asterisk. See that? That's what I said that right, y'all, didn't I? An asterisk. Look, put an asterisk by this shit because we know it ain't true. Native American involvement in intersectionality in America's Underground Railroad are celebrated on this date in 1722. Oh, I thought they was finna call us African somehow. That's what I thought. Usually when they do that shit, y'all know, I'm quite sure it's coming somewhere. So they say Native American involvement. I ain't read this yet, by the way. We're just gonna read it. Native American involvement in intersectionality in America's Underground Railroad are celebrated on this date in 1722. On that date, the then province of Maryland drafted its major treaties on the question of Indians and the runaway black slaves. See, I knew it. I knew they was gonna do it. You can't never talk about Negroes and slavery and none of that without talking about Indians because it's the same damn people. They're gonna fool you. They say, "Nah, man, you know y'all was slaves of the Indians." They got all these different. They say, "Nah, you escaped the Europeans, and then you joined the Indians, and you intermarried." Then they say, "Well, if you ain't do that, then you was a slave of the Indian." What it is? Which one is it? We were slaves of the Indians, and they hated us and made us slaves, or they was cool with us and intermarried with us, and we knew their language somehow. Which one is it? Two ways to lie to you, right? They say on the date, province met treaties on the question of Indians and the runaway slaves. The treaties read in the upper house of assembly stated another proposition I have to make to you Indians with respect to runaway Negroes and slaves, it being a matter of importance which must greatly affect the properties of people in these parts. If Indians be allowed to harbor our slaves, as the Shawnees at this time do, and protect them under the pretense of their having set such slaves free, the gentlemen we look upon as a matter of great importance to this province, several of our own Negroes and slaves having already run away to the Indians and living amongst them, which if not in time prevented, may be an encouragement to greater numbers of them to do so. Proceedings of Acts of General Assembly, October 1720 to 1723. Volume 34, page 431. Maryland State Archives. So the state archives in Maryland from the 1720s and 1723, you know, they speaking about these Negroes and Indians as one, because it's the same damn people. And we're going to show you later. On November 1st, 1722, the above message was read again on the General Assembly floor and passed as proposed. After the passage of this legislation, census takers in the late 18th century visited Native American communities east of the Mississippi River, identifying, categorizing, and counting. Yeah, I know, y'all was counting knockers, trying to find out where we was all at. And it just happens to be near the Mississippi River. Now, we already know we already know what demographic is loaded in Mississippi today. We know. When the census takers discovered Native American communities harboring runaways, now see, they saying you harboring a runaway. Basically, they're saying, now listen, now look at this sentence. When the census takers, these census agents, they not slave catchers, they census takers. Who are they to say that the Native American communities was harboring runaways? The census takers went into these Native American communities to do the census, and they found Negroes there. And you gonna say harboring runaways like we stupid? That census taker was not a slave catcher. He had nothing to do with slavery. He was a census taker. A census taker goes out in the new land to find out how many Negroes it is. There's Naga Charlie in the house, salute. When the census takers discovered Native American communities filled with blacks, not harboring runaways. The tribes were threatened with the loss of their tribal status and the nullification of treaties, land claims, and trade agreements. Despite these sanctions, Native Americans, and look, now they calling you, all of a sudden they done intersect the African there. African, yeah, where the ships at they came on. We talking 1722. Where the ships at then? You say they started bringing them in 1619, so you say. Just a little over 100 years before. So if they Africans, what ships? I mean, just 100 years later, they somehow didn't know what part of Africa they came from or what ships? Or did you just intersect African when it was always Negro or Negro Indian? I think we know what the truth is. In addition to Delmarva's refuge safe havens, other recognized runaway camps included the Shawnee Oldfield Village on the Potomac River. So see, look, they calling this a refuge. They calling it a runaway camp. This was a Shawnee village. It's a Shawnee Negro Indians. They said these knockers black and nappy-headed. How they Indians? They say, those are African runaways. You see what happened to our people, to our ancestors. And you saw Indians who just happened to be Negroes, and you just assumed they were slaves, and they started capturing them and putting them in slavery. Free people. You didn't capture nobody from Africa. We know exactly what the deal is. You captured all the Indians. Shawnee Oldfield Village on the Potomac River, an area 20 miles north of the mouth of the Savannah River, a vicinity between New Orleans and the mouth of the Mississippi River. So we know who was there, the same people that's there now. Next to Combahee and Ashipu rivers in South Carolina, Tuscarora, North Carolina, and an encampment near the Pamunkey River in Virginia. Researching facts of Native Americans harboring fugitives. See, basically Negroes in all these places. Now they talking about researching. They said, wait a minute. We're finding the remnant. We're finding the residue of Negroes here. We're researching the Native Americans and we're finding residue of Negroes. Researching facts of Native Americans harboring fugitive African slaves has been an elusive study. Yeah, because it wasn't no Africans. That's what you're talking about. It's elusive. It ain't no damn Africans. You trying to turn Indians into Africans and explain why they black when you just won't say that the Indians was Negroes, when you just won't say the obvious truth. You trying to make up a whole nother explanation, make up a fictitious story saying they came from somewhere and they had to be slaves. It was not. It was tribes. Scholars have been challenged by irretrievable accounts and sparse documentation, yet the story of the Seminoles of Florida provides insight into the activities of the Nanticoke people of the Delmarva Peninsula. While many Indian tribes emulated the white man owning chattel slaves. See, that's a lie. That's to explain all the Negroes in the tribe. They say, yeah, see, all these Negroes on the freedmen rolls and in the Indian tribes, because the tribes emulated the white man and owned chattel slaves. Lies, and we got more sources to prove it. The Seminoles never did. Look, they say the Seminoles ain't never emulate by no white man. They say from the beginning of American slavery, Negroes attempted to escape. Look at this now. From the see, look, take African out and put Negroes there. African is a throw off. From the beginning of American slavery, not African slavery. From the beginning of American slavery, Negroes attempted to escape, or Indians attempted to escape since Columbus. There were no Africans. In the 17th century, many Negroes in the Carolinas, Alabama, and Georgia escaped to Florida and built settlements near the Seminoles. They are the Seminoles. And the Yamasee. They just the brethren, you idiot. The two peoples bonded. See, all these disclaimers, no. All these is lies. They are one people. It's not no two people. These are just Negroes. So I ain't even finna go through the lies, because I know better, and I ain't finna let them play with me. Matter of fact, let's start playing then. So y'all want to lie and talk about, talk for all the new people watching and for the people that have been new. Because they want to lie right now about these Seminoles and the Negroes like they two different people. Nope, we'll go right to Florida right now, and we'll pull up the truth then, you dumb son of a bitch. The Indians didn't bond with Negroes. The Indians is Negroes. The Indians never bond with Africans. It wasn't no different color person. The Indians was the Negroes. And see, I'm going to do something we ain't do. We always be looking at this because I want y'all to remember what it said and know how to get to this on your own. Because this part of your ancestry, man. You should know this just as well as I do. Y'all don't just throw it on me. These you niggas kinfolk too. But let's dissect it a little more. We're on page 1 of the list of Negroes who've been captured by the troops in Fort Jupiter, Florida. Yeah, we're talking about Seminoles in 1838. We was talking about 100-something years later from what we were just reading. A military role, and this from the Seminole Nation and Indian Territory.org. Look at these names. Y'all already know I be paying attention a little hard to stuff. You got Harriet Bowlegs, Jack Bowlegs, and they're gonna say owner's name. They're insinuating that they're insinuating Jack is a slave. Jack Bowlegs, and they're insinuating his owner is Harriet Bowlegs, but that's just probably his mother. Then you got Nancy Bowlegs. Her owner's name is supposed to be Miko. That look like a tribe. That's Miko is chief. That's just the chief, Miko Patoki, the wife of Jack. So look now. See, Jack owner is supposed to be Harriet. Nancy owner is supposed to be Miko. Nancy is the wife of Jack. But look at these names. I'm going to show y'all something. You see, they said Lassie free. So we see Miko, Patoki, we see Mechanipi. Y'all know who Mechanipi is, right? They say best owner is Mechanipi. That's just the chief. That's Chief Mechanipi. We talking Seminole War stuff right here. And I'm gonna show y'all. You got Nelly Factor, Pompey Factor. They don't got a picture of Nelly Factor, but I can show you a picture of Pompey Factor. If y'all don't know who Pompey Factor is, he'll let you know what Nelly look like. Look, you put in Pompey Factor. Why they show you this fake ass picture of Pompey Factor? You want to see what Pompey Factor really look like? His family should make them rearrange that. This is the real Pompey Factor. Salute. This is the real Pompey Factor. Salute. A Negro, a nappy-headed Negro. They know he an Indian. You wanna lie about history, and you wanna make this memorial look nothing like him. You wanna whitewash us. Fake ass Pompey Factor. It's bullshit out of here.
Now who thinks you Sit your $5 ass down before I make change. Got him! And I ain't playing, nigga.
This fake ass Pompey Factor memorial. Why you just remake the real image of Pompey Factor? Fucking liars. Yeah, they was bonded with the Indians and they was just the slaves. Nah, nigga. Try that shit somewhere else. But some of these other names here. Let me show y'all something. Let's go to page 2. Show y'all something. They always talk about you blended with somebody and that's how you became or you was a slave or somebody. Stop this lying. This was tribe shit. Susie, owner's name, Nelly Factor. So you know Susie was a Negro Indian. We know Nelly was a Negro, so Nelly owned Susie. These are just tribal chiefs. This is family. We talking about after the Seminole War. Look at Negro Abram. Owner, Abram. Charles owned by Abram, right? Old John, owned by Mechanipi. So you see these names, you see, I'm gonna show y'all something. They talk about you blended with some red man. These are lies. I'm gonna come back to this one. Show y'all something real quick. Harriet Bowlegs, letter from Marcellus Duval. Duval, the where I live at. They say to WM about Harriet. The following Negroes belong to the Indian woman Harriet Bowlegs, and we know she's just a Negro too. I have the honor to enclose of your information a letter and accompanying papers from a Seminole woman relative to her Negro property, her family, now among other Negroes protected by the military. The letter and enclosure we received by me not long after my arrival in this city, but were not submitted to you for the reason that until lately the subject was not referred to your bureau and are submitted now with the hope that you report on the subject will immediately call forth an order from the proper person to the commandment at Fort Gibson to withdraw his protection and return the Negroes to the Seminoles, because the Negroes is Seminoles. Salute. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to show y'all. The authority of General Arbuckle to issue such an order for their protection was a letter from General Jessup, who we talking about the same Negro that I just showed you on the list, who had no right to interfere in the matter. He had no right. That the Indians have become deprived of their Negroes, not their slaves, or their family. That's not their slaves. We just looked at the same list that General Jessup had. These are not slaves. All these lies, they intersecting because they try to explain the Indians being Negroes, so-called African Americans. They try to make you an African. Lying about you being a slave when you was with your family. The Indians deprived of their family is evident. And if the records of the War Office do not make it as evident that it was done according to law, then an order should issue immediately for their restitution to the Seminoles. This, sir, is one of the subjects connected with the Seminoles which justify my my longer absence from any sub-agency than the 60 days, and sir, is a matter of more importance than probably you are aware of, having a direct bearing on the feelings and conduct of the Seminoles, not to say anything of the ultimate condition of the Negroes. It was only a few days ago I was referred to by the president to your office on this subject, which will account for my addressing you at this time. I am informed of the fact that Major Armstrong has been requested to report to this matter, but feel confident in saying that he can give no information which is not already before the department. I request the papers accompanying this letter may be returned to me as a consequence of this Seminole woman. All right. So the following names, Negroes, are the property of Harriet Bowlegs. See. Harriet Bowlegs, right? Jack Bowlegs, right? Indian Negroes, Nancy, right? Miko, the wife of Jack. Harriet II, her granddaughter or something. The following Negroes are the property, the family of Harriet Bowlegs, and this list is made out with a view to prevent them from being sold or take from her in consideration of her having complied with the Treaty of Fort Dade, which specified that property captured by our troops should be restored to their family, provided the complied with the treaty. Okay, provided they complied with the treaty. One, Primus, Old Davy, Ned, John, Jack, Adam, Daly, Noble, Boston, Dennis. All right, look at them names. Look. Primus, Old Davy, Ned, John, Jack. I saw Primus on here, or one of these lists I had. I got a couple of these where Primus ass at. I got Porus with a question mark. Where Primus at? If this ain't the list, I got another similar a knocker named War. Somebody's name was War. That knocker, they were bad. Let's see. Son of Rose bought by his father. Boom! His father. How could you be bought by your father? Fucking slaves, they family. What Primus said, I saw Primus on one of these lists. I got a couple of these, man. I got the record. I got the Florida shit on lock for real. I don't even be showing all the shit that I got from this Florida shit, cause it's just a lot of shit. Let me see. Primus is on one of these pages. I might have to pull up the other list. I saw Primus ass on there. Somebody, look, that ain't Primus right there. There go old shot. I see Ned, old shot. Caesar, Dolly, Sam. What the hell Primus say? I saw Primus because I was looking up these names. Y'all know somebody named Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Hester Jack. Somebody named Sambo. Where the fuck was Primus at, man? Patience, Emily, Pompey. Look, they go Pompey. Pompey factor right there. He was 13. I know I saw Primus. I probably saw him on another road. They probably caught, but we still see these other names. Even though we didn't see Primus on this road, I got a road with Primus on there. I'll find it just to make a point. Old Davy, Ned. We saw Ned, John, Jack, Adam. Look, Maria, wife of Ned, with her children. Polly, Amy Davis, Rufile, Jim. Devlia, something, Eliza, Flora, mother. See, Flora is the tribe name. One of my third great grandmother's name. Flora is a tribal name for us, just like Jacob. One of my third grandmother's name, Flora. Fanny, I got a couple of ancestors named Fanny. Fanny is another tribe name. That's another Israelite name. A lot of people don't realize this. Look, old Primus, who remains in Florida as interpreter. Old Davy, Ned was not sold to Cujo brothers. Scipio dead. Damn, Scipio and Sam dead. We saw Scipio on one of these roads. I know I saw Scipio on one of. It might not be this road, but one of these roads they was capturing Negroes, enslaving Negroes. Some Negroes were fighting to the death. Scipio was on this one or not? Yeah, Scipio might be on one of them other ones though. I think we talked about Scipio on one of my old live streams one day. I know we did. Primas. Yeah, I saw Scipio on the road though, for real. Let me see what else they got for us. Let's go look back some more. Yeah, you never blended with nobody, man. Daughter of Flora or mother of Boston. Not his name. The Negroes at Fort Pike, L.A. in 1836-37, the following were captured by General Jessup and by his order restored to their owner, their family. Alright, so you can print that PDF, but I'm going to show y'all something else though. Show y'all one of these other ones. Hold on. Let me back up. Alright. This is the same. Alright. So this is another page of what, similar to what we were just reading. This in Tampa Bay, Florida. This is 1838. So my dear sir, since the return, Halatucci and Abram and Halatucci. I saw Halatucci and Abram. Halatucci right there. Abram on here too. These are the chiefs. Abram was a chief. Negro Abram. Y'all know Negro Abram, Negro Abraham. He was a chief. But anyway, let's go. He on here too. Abram on there. Probably on the other page. Alright. I have learned the names of the Seminole Negroes detained in New Orleans in consequences of certain or uncertain claims by Jim Boyd's widow. To aid the district attorney in traversing the villainous schemes of a few mongrel vagabonds. They call the Naga a mongrel vagabond. Ain't that a bitch? And to protect some really honest Indians into possession of their rightful property, I have made minute inquiries about the ownership of the detained slaves, detained Negroes. I believe the following account may be relied on, and though from the circumstance, of course, incapable of being sustained by white witnesses, yet it will aid the advocate to his examination and must carry with it a certain weight inseparable from a true story. First Negroes belonging to the Indian woman Harriet Bowlegs, daughter of old King Bowlegs and granddaughter of old Cowkeeper. King Bowlegs was called by the Indians in Nihal Miko. He was a chief. He was a Miko. Miko is for chief. Alright, Flora. Look, see, my great-great-great-grandma name we just saw on the list. Her ass was old and light black and now in New Orleans. Juba, daughter of Flora, say 25 years. Abby or Kumba, daughter of Juba, say 3 years. So the mother, daughter, and granddaughter. The grandmammy was light black, so we know what everybody else was. The mother of Flora, named Faye or Phi, was owned by old Cowkeeper. It went on. This is family. He bequeathed her to one of his female relations, sister of Echo Fixio, now in New Orleans, I believe. And from her, King Bowlegs purchased Flora. Now, what he purchased his own damn granddaughter or daughter? When Bowlegs died, he left Flora and her offspring to his daughter, Harriet Bowlegs, her people. Look, it say Noble. Noble was black. Very stout and handsome. Say 23 years old, now in New Orleans. The mother of Noble, named Beck. So if Noble was black, we know what Beck was. Was brought in the English time by old Bowlegs in St. Augustine before the birth of her first child, Polly. The first child, Polly, became a mistress of old Bowlegs, and he freed her and her children. The other children of Beck, all born in the nation, including Noble, He bequeathed to his daughter Harriet Bowlegs, Jacob, and Dally, brothers, black, young in New Orleans. Okay, so Jacob and Dally was brothers, and they both was black. We know. Old Bowlegs bought their grandmama named Rose from Mr. Forrester, the elder brother of the present Alexander or Sandy Forrester Esquire near St. Augustine, who was, I believe, a clerk or agent of the famous house of Forbes and Company. She, Rose, and her offspring, including Jacob and Dally, were willed to the sister of Harriet Bowlegs named Sanatlaki. This sister died a year ago, and the property now belongs to Harriet Bowlegs, her nearest kin. See, all this is just family, man. Of all the above Negroes of Harriet Bowlegs, all the family, only 2 were caught by the Creeks under Jim Boy. Juba and Jacob. So they caught Juba and Jacob, and they're the ones they killed. The others came in voluntarily during the peace of Fort Dade and were detained by order of General Jessup. The owner of the above property came in under the Treaty of Fort Dade and never violated said treaty, having remained in ever since. She is still here and is an intelligent woman speaking English fluently. She has repeatedly been assured by the command. So this Negro Indian woman, she speaks English fluently. What was she speaking before that then? Been assured by the commanding general who made the treaty and by the Indian agent John C. Casey that all her Negroes should be secured to her in compliance with the treaty. And it was specially explained that any of her family who might be captured by the army would be regarded in the same light or similar property belonging to the whites and surrendered to her. I may add that I believe no one ever pretended to claim one of these Negroes before. See, damn, ain't that some shit? He say no one pretended to claim them. You know they was kidnapping free people of color, free Negroes, free blacks, Indians. The second case is that of Lewis, black. 40 years old, good looking and intelligent. Can read and write and speak Spanish too. Indian, and he's not gonna speak Spanish, Indian. And this man belongs to the estate of widow Pacheco, now of Havana, formerly of Sarasota, 40 miles south of this place. He formerly belonged to General Brooke, who sold him to Major McIntosh, U.S. Army, who sold him to the late Don Pacheco of Sarasota, Florida. Captain W.M. Bunce or Manuel Olivia of McIntosh can prove it. Bunce is here and administrator to the estate of Pacheco. So he's just another Indian they kidnapped. That's all. I don't care. They talking about what they can prove. Prove you stole the naga. Katie was yellow, walleye, and stout. Her daughter black. And look, see, she was just a red bone, man. Her mama was a red bone, light skin, probably like my sister. Like, see, but they don't know 2 dark-skinned niggas can have a light-skinned child. They're so stupid. Just like a light-skinned and a dark-skinned dog can have a dark-skinned child. It's in my family. I witness it. A little girl, Mr. F. Newcomb, late of the Army, knows all about this case as the formerly belonged to him. I believe here is the only doubtful case, if any, are Nellie Factor was her original owner, and I believe she has received part payment, say $70 from Gad Humphreys, whatever. The last and longest case is that of the Negroes belonging to Miko Patoki, the Chief Miko, an Indian chief, yeah, we know, who has gone west with Cloud and others. To understand the claim to these Negroes, it is necessary to back a little. Yeah, they just part of his tribe. Y'all went to war on them and they got left behind or something. So you make them slaves and call them Negroes and Africans or whatever else you want to call them. The old Mikosuka king named Kinhatsi bought in the English Times in St. Augustine 2 Negroes girls named Melinda and Dolly. Old Pompey, who lately died at Fort Pike, had both these women for wives, and both were prolific. For them sprung all Miko Potoki's Negroes. Melinda and Dolly were not related and were purchased from different men. King Kimatashi made his will bequeathing all his Negroes to his nephew according to the old Indian law of descent. See, the Indian law of descent. Look, that's not the Indian law of slavery. The Indian law of descent, descendantry, ancestry, descent. Negroes being willed, bequeathed in Negroes according to the old Indian law of descent. It's your family, man. After his death, Miko Potoki declined taking them at first and told the son, Tuska Inca, look how they spell it. Is that Ineha? And daughter of his uncle to keep them. Tuska Ineha killed himself, and his sister died when Miko Potoki, by the double claim of the will and relationship, took possession of the Negroes. He caused the matter to be examined by the agent. Dang, he killed himself, man, when they took the other Negroes. He was probably like, F that. Wiley Thompson and recorded at the agency, the agent gave him a certificate which he had and probably still has in his possession. Or did he really kill himself? Did they kill him? I don't know. It is difficult to refer to any white person who knew the Mikosuka and their Negroes before the change of flags, as the old population has almost entirely disappeared from the frontier. Damn. Oh man, stop calling me right now. I'm gonna turn my shit on Do Not Disturb. Text me, please. Alright, let me turn my shit on Do Not Disturb. Yeah, I gotta get out of here in a minute. I gotta go do something. Look, the following is a list of Negroes detained in New Orleans who belong to Miko Potoki. Tony Black, say 30. Everybody black. Molly black, light black, children black, little blackity black.
Darkness, everybody! Darkness is spreading!
Everybody either black or light black. Why y'all they know I see. They know our tribe. We come from a comely tribe. You know, we come from a comely tribe. That's why they always talking about our people handsome and stuff. They know we ain't no Africans. Hagar, Scylla, Fanny, Eliza, Bella, Charles, Margaret, Sylvia. Everybody black. Ain't nobody who they mixing with. All from 1122, both inclusive, are descendants of Dolly. The following Negroes were brought in by the Creeks as prisoners. The others came in voluntarily, were detained. And you know they was detained by the fake Creeks, the white Creeks, not the real Creeks. Yeah, man. Seminole Wars beginning, a history of Florida. It wasn't no night, been in no damn 1904. Reservation troubles. The Indians were not satisfied with the lands given them and would not keep within bounds. As more settlers came into the territory, more land was wanted by the white people, and plans were made for removing the Indians to the lands west of the Mississippi, so that all of Florida should be open to white settlers. In 1832, a treaty was made with a number of chiefs by which it was agreed that certain of the chiefs with their agent and their Negro interpreter, Abraham, should go to examine the western lands, and if they were satisfied, the Indians will all remove there. The western lands. Look, the Seminoles of Florida, Negroes. The western land. After examining the lands, the chief said they were satisfied. But when they returned home, their people refused to go to the western lands. The Seminoles were look, they call them runaways from the Creeks. Wait a minute, I thought they was running away from the white man. And were not willing to go to the reservation where they and the Creeks would have to live together again. Another reason was that they did not want to go to a colder climate. Besides, they had heard there was no light wood on the reservation, and they did not see how they could get on without light wood. Even the chiefs who had said they were satisfied did not advise their people to consent to removal. What reason made it desirable to move the Indians? See, somebody making assumptions with some of this too. The Duval succeeded by Eaton. In 1834, Governor Duval's long administration came to an end, and General Jackson, then President, appointed General John Eaton, governor of Florida. Eaton, like Jackson himself, was a so-called native of North Carolina and had gone to Tennessee to practice law. From Tennessee, he had been sent to the United States Senate. All right. Osceola's Treaty, General Thompson ambush. Something else I had that I wanted to speak on. So when we read these hijacks and they try to talk about our history, we gotta see through what they saying. We gotta well, first off, we gotta study more than them. So when we read their hijacks, we able to see right through them, and we able to interpret, and we really understand what the truth is when they're talking about Africans and this and that. Talking about on this date, the province of Maryland drafted and made the treaties on the question of Indians and the runaway blacks. See, the treaties read in the upper house of assembly stated another proposition I have to make to you Indians with respect to runaway Negroes and slaves, it being a matter of importance which much greater affect the properties of people in these parts. If Indians be allowed to harbor our slaves, see, and they gonna tell you your family is their slaves. You coming up in tribal land talking about these free Negroes and escaped slaves, and the whole time the chief telling you these is family. But still in history you lie about it. The harbor our slaves at the Shawnee at this time and protect them under the pretense of them having set such slaves free. The gentleman was looked upon as a matter of great importance to this province, several of our own Negroes and slaves having already run away to the Indians and living amongst them. Negroes run away to the Indians and living amongst them. You talking about their family? You talking about their tribe? I salute the Tom Washington in the house. Yeah, they always want to say you blended in. And what you blended in with other Negroes. This is the telling part. On November 1st, 1722, the above message was read again on the General Assembly floor and passed as proposed. After the passage of this legislation, census takers, enumerators, in the late 1700s, visited an Indian village, a Native American community, east of the Mississippi River, where all the Negroes live, identifying, categorizing. It was categorizing Negroes and counting. How you gonna go to the Indian community and start categorizing people? What does that mean? When the census takers discovered Native American communities full of Negroes, talking about harboring runaways, who tells a census taker that a Native American village is full of runaways? Who the fuck is he to say they full of runaways just because they Negroes? The tribes were threatened with the loss of their tribal status and a nullification of treaties, lands, claims, and trade. So you see the U.S. government coming in our tribal communities telling us, well, you Negroes escaped slaves, and the chief Negro saying, this is my family. And the U.S. government say, nah, you finna lose your tribal affiliation. You finna lose your tribal status and the nullification of these treaties. And you're gonna lose your land claims. And then so you see these lists now. Okay, well, if you're gonna say they slaves, they belong to me. Salute. I'm the owner. I see through all this deception, through all these lies they throwing at us, just with a little bit of common sense and with a lot of understanding of true history. We got to start gatekeeping our own history, man. We got to start strong-arming our own history, not letting other people even speak on our history, putting them in check. But in order to do that, you got to know your own history. So look, you can't check other people about nothing if you don't know it. People, y'all don't understand. I have yet to meet one person that's willing to debate me in this. When they try, they quickly run away. I'm talking about just in my daily life. Nobody want to talk about American. Nobody with a different opinion. They don't want to talk about American history with me. Because once we get about 5 minutes into it, they be like, all right, man, I got to go. Yeah. They say in additions to their marbles, that look, they say despite these sanctions, Native Americans and Africans remain allied. They call you African. Hijack, straight up hijack. Hey man, I just wanted to pop off with y'all a little bit, man. I gotta get busy. I got some work I gotta go do. While we talking about this Department of Education, they need to get their shit together, man. Hey, I'm Black Jack. This House of Cons. We out. Peace.